Okay, now this one is really going to be the last one. And it's going to be weird because it's going to go one, two, and four. Because three just look, my face look too fat. I've got plenty of water. I've been downing. I've already had two 16-ounce bottles of water. Now I'm working on a quart or liter of sparkling water because I made that other video and um, my face just looked too fat. I mean, you couldn't even, it wasn't even any differentiator like look like that. You know what I mean? So I had to get rid of that. I can't have that looking like that. Okay, so so this is going to be the last one really. But what I did was I did look at it so that I could put down the things that I talked about on it. I could, you remember the things that I talked about. So I take my glasses off. Now I can't see what it was. All right, and the yeah, okay, my cell phone. I was supposed to renew it or whatever the devil they call it on the 31st. Of course, by the time I thought about it, today is New Year's Day. By the time I thought about it, um, here, I the customer service place had already closed on the 31st, and so my contract or whatever you want to call it was up. So that's the end of that. I missed my chance on the phone because, for one thing, the phone has been out of the service area because I've been in Japan. And I could use it in Hawaii, but when I was in Hawaii, it wasn't time for the whatever that I couldn't. It was no need to renew it. It wasn't time to renew it. So, you know, so like I said, my world is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Now I have no phone, and then in 2017, my Washington State ID is going to expire, and then I'll be a non-person. I mean, I have a passport. Your passport doesn't, So anyway, oh, and I also talked about this program that I saw. Like I told you, I'm looking at different things now. I'm going and looking at different things now, and I saw this program about schizophrenia. And what it was saying was that it was all these like really brilliant people that it seems to happen to in their early 20s, mid 20s, before they're 30. And I always thought that schizophrenia and stuff like that, it just always seems that it happened to really brilliant people. It just always seems like that to me. I don't know if it's that their brains are wired differently or what, And it also showed a set of identical twins. One has it, one doesn't. And one of the things they were saying was that the one twin that didn't have it was born 20 minutes before the other one. So I don't know if that had anything to do with it. It's kind of sad because neither one of them could work. The schizophrenic one was a graphic designer or something like that. And he was in a band with his brother. I mean, all this stuff like that. But now, I can't imagine a twin like that. And it also said something that kind of spoke to me personally, was that mental illness is linked to creativity. And I noticed. Okay, I decided. I always said once my book was done, I was going to get online and read a page of it, or I was going to do this or do that. I was going to get on YouTube and act the fool about it. But I didn't until September, end of September, early October. I can't remember when. Just when all the nonsense started, and I think that it pretty much saved my sanity because I would have gone. I mean, I would have just gone if I hadn't had that outlet that I hadn't had this to keep me busy. You know, that I hadn't had to get online and talk about my book and, you know, give my opinion on whatever, you know, and then go back and look at it and, you know, and stuff and just, you know, have myself, you know, enjoy myself with that, you know, even that minor little thing took my mind off of it. And I also noticed that, well, I finished my book in 2014, which, I was in a pretty good place then. But I have noticed that I actually have done my best work when I was under like a lot of stress, under pressure. You know, stuff was going crazy. I don't know why. And I also noted here while I was looking at the other video was that, you know, writers used to come to our class to talk to us when we were in Novel ID, and writers would come to the class and they would say, I remember one woman saying she wrote her book in a cabin, no electricity, just using a typewriter. Whoa, you know, and you hear about writers that are homeless and writers that, you know, go through this, you know, these wonderful works of art, and they're going through this awful, you know, phase in their life. So I really kind of, the more mentally well I am, I do find I'm less creative but on the other hand also too, when I'm getting a lot of oxygen to my brain, when I'm working out, drinking water, doing the stuff I know I'm supposed to do to get myself, sometimes just the physical, because your brain is electricity, water, and fat. And just the, you know, the rinsing, I guess, of your brain with plenty of water and exercise, getting all that oxygen to your brain, sometimes that brings out your creativity. But, you know, I don't know. And it was a really good video, but I'm sorry, I'm vain. It just didn't it looked bad. It's bad enough I look so black in the ones that I did during the day. I talked about that. Oh, and then I remember I had the computer on, and I looked at the second book to kind of gauge where I was at. The prologue is 2 pages, but it's because I took a big clump of it out to redo it. So when I'm reworking, the prologue will probably be about 5 or 6 pages. I think in autumn it's 4 or 5 pages. And in this book, it should be 6 or 7 pages. Maybe 5, something like that. But not an awful lot, because you don't want the prologue to be forever. But all you actually want is to set the stage. So by me having to work on it, it's just all in pieces and I don't know what's going on. I actually have 45,002 words in the whole entire book, and it's 33 pages. So I'm scooping along. But it's just kind of hard to, I don't know, because I couldn't write at all. For like a long time. I don't think I wrote not one word from the time I left. From the time I left Washington State till a few weeks ago. I don't think I wrote not one word. So February to August, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Well, I have had, because I didn't start writing it right in August. I'll say September, maybe 7 months. But I have had years, because I know I lived on 29th Street for 3 years and I didn't write a word. Well, for one thing, I was just going back to college, and I was writing for the newspaper. So that kind of, satisfied my writing bug. But as far as writing fiction, working on my book and stuff like that, I didn't write a word, not the whole word, for 3 years. And I have gone through really dry spells. And I think it has a lot to do with the depression. But I don't know. Then it's a catch-22, because if you write, you'll feel better, but you don't feel like writing, so you don't write, you don't do the things that make you feel better. It's just a really bad disease to have. I feel, just, it's hard to describe sometimes when just that terrible blue feeling comes over you for nothing. Just like last night, just for some reason, I just felt like I was going to cry. I just felt so depressed. And then I remember my son was giving me leave, and I said to him, I just can't wait for 2015 to just be gone, because, just over. And then what makes it so bad isn't like 2016, it's like January is the cut off. I mean, I still have February till July, till I left to go to Hawaii to the wedding. I still have all that to go. So, all those months to go through, and this is what was happening this month, and this is what was happening that month, and this is when this happened, and that's when that happened. So, I don't know. I just don't know what I'm gonna do. And now, like I said in the other video, I have 3 days to get ready to go to the Philippines for 30 days, 59 days. 59 days is the longest you can stay without, I don't know, for some reason. But the reason why I keep making these trips is, I really shouldn't be saying this, but because of my visa, it runs out. Your passport, you have so many days you could be in Japan before you have to leave and come back. So we're trying. When I went to Hawaii, it was what did I stay, a week, and just came on back. But this time I want to stay somewhere longer. I wish is that I could go back to the DC area and get that darn job, but I don't have anywhere to live if I go back there. And I don't have anywhere to live. So, and I can't take a chance on getting the job, because I had the job. I had the job. But, I had to leave. I couldn't, the housing was the problem. I could have stayed with my niece, but, I didn't want to impose, I didn't want to, impose on her anymore than, it was. And like, I told my son, those that had the least helped me the most. You know what I mean? So, and it's just been really, really depressing. It's been just really hard. I remember September was a really bad month. February is my birthday month, and usually it's a wonderful time, and it's my birthday, but this February is going to be really, really bad, because February is when I had to move out of my apartment. February is when I had to give up my cat. February is when I had to, leave Washington State and go to Washington, D.C. I mean, just a horrible time. And I keep looking through these videos, because I know it's one where I pick my cat up and show him in the thing. I've been trying to find it, but I know it's a video of him. He comes over, he's begging for something to eat. So I go to feed him, and I kind of follow him along with my camera, my little Sony camera. And I said, "What do you want, big boy? You want something to eat, And I came across it not too long ago, but I don't cry anymore. When I first got to DC, I just cried and cried every single night. I just couldn't believe this had happened to me. And like I said, the only thing, I made the 4 videos one day. I sat down and made 4 videos. I just wanted to make 4 videos. And I just sat down and I just made myself make some videos. Just like here, I just made myself do my clothing haul. I was just like, no, you're gonna sit down, you're gonna do this. And I sat down, and once I made them, now I'm, on the vlog. So what I'm gonna do is right before I leave, which will be Monday. I can't believe I have that little. Well, what happened was, my son was able to get a really good flight price on the flight, but it had to be quick. It had to be one of them, you gotta go. So that's gonna be, I don't know, but I mean, I don't care. I'll get to sleep in a bed that's higher than a foot off the floor. When I went to Hawaii, sleeping in that queen size bed, I could lay sideways. That was great, let me tell you. Because this bed, but I mean, this is how people sleep here. It's not, it's not anything, wrong, and it's not anything, it has nothing to do with not having money or anything like that. It's just because you can tell this is a huge room. You can look up and see how high the ceiling is. I just gotta get something behind me. I really don't like this. It just looks so blank. But I do like this look, this night look of the videos, because I think that daylight with that with that light shining on my face, I just look too black. This, you can at least see the features in my face because the light from the other computer is shining right onto my face, which is good. So right now, did everything that was on that other video? Yeah, I couldn't mind it. I'm a little bit vain, but that just looked really, really bad. So let me look and see, because I've been drinking water, so it got a little bit better. The headphone. Oh, I forgot the jellies in the headphone. Okay. The Japanese Times, I read this article that said for good digestion or for something, burning calories, I don't know what it was. It said to eat your rice last. So I've been trying to do that. But it's really hard because you want a bite of meat and a bite of rice, So last night was New Year's Eve. They had gone out, and my grandkids in between them, one got up, one went to bed, one woke up, the other one went to bed. I had this really good beef, and I, cooked it, put it on top of the rice, and I was just like, trying to eat. I ate all the meat, then I was like, okay, now I'll eat the rice. But I think it's because after you eat the meat, you don't want to eat rice. So I think it might be what I know is that rice is probably white rice is probably what they call a fast carb. So if you eat your meat first, I guess, I don't know. So I talked about. Okay, jellies. Okay, I gotta show you jellies. My grandkids love these things. Oh, this is their favorite treat. It's called jellies. And what happened was, around Christmas time, there was these little Christmas packages, and they had these jellies in them. So I was buying the Christmas packages just to get the jellies for my grandson. And I was like, it's got to be a whole package of them somewhere. They have to be in a package somewhere. I mean, a bunch of them. So what I did was I was in the store the other night. It had to have been probably the 30th, because I know it wasn't last night, because I didn't go to the store last night because I was watching them. But I should put the paper up this year. Isn't that cool? See how many of them they've eaten? I've been trying to give him just a couple at a time, but he loves these things. So, and they're kind of like Jell-O. It's that consistency. Anyway, he loves them. And I happen to be in the store, and I happen to be looking at something else. I don't know what I was looking at. And I happened to look down like that, and I saw the bag of jellies. So I've been trying to, because he'll eat the whole bag. If I let him, he'll walk and eat the whole entire bag. But I've been like rationing them. That's the word I'm looking for. Rationing them out. And let's see what else. Ration out the jellies. Eating the rice last. Headphones. I gotta have some headphones. I gotta have some new headphones. I think that's one thing because my son was telling me to write down all the things I need. I need a carry-on, new carry-on. Well, I have a carry-on bag, but it's so dirty. It's pink, and it's so dirty and filthy, and it just brings back bad memories. I don't want to. I don't want it anymore. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna throw it away. Because last time that I went to Hawaii, I didn't even take it. I took my son's backpack, because I just did not want to have that thing. It just brings back a bunch of bad memories. But I use my headphones, plugs actually they are, and they're really cheap because when I was at my niece's house, my great nephew, wanted. Asked me to use my headphones, and I just gave him the ones off the computer, and I didn't have any, so I just went to Target and got some really cheap ones. So I'm gonna tell my son I need some headbuds or headphones, and because when I'm back there with my grandkids, I listen to stuff sometime on YouTube. There's some bad language, and I don't want them. How kids are. You say one bad word, they'll repeat that. You say Jesus, and they won't repeat that, but. All right, so it's 21 something. This one's a little bit longer. So, but this one is it. I'm gonna go take this war paint off my face. I'm gonna upload this one. That's gonna be it, and then I'm gonna probably lay down. It's 9:50, and lay down, have a little snack, and then try to hit the hay. So. I will talk to you guys before I leave for the